All right, what's up, guys? I'm Brandon.
I'm Nick. What's up?
All right, let's just roll into the NFC predictions. We say we're going to do it. Let's just do it.
All right, first let's start off with the NFC East.
NFC East, eh? All right.
Yep.
I'll get it started. I got the Eagles going 12-4. The Eagles are just a good team top to bottom, straight up. I mean, they're the same team that won the Super Bowl. They're that same team that, even when they're bad, they're still pretty good. They squeaked in the playoffs, surprised the Bears. They surprised the Saints. They scared the heck out of them last year. I think they just were a little bit unfortunate. I think they'll get right on ship this year. Second place, I had the Cowboys at 9-7. I'm kind of worried about the Cowboys in the sense that I think they're nothing without Zeke. I think if Zeke doesn't actually play, Dak is going to be exposed for literally everything everyone's been saying about him. He's not good.
He's a turd.
He's very overrated. Yeah, he's a turd. Redskins, I got them 7-9. Sad. I thought they were one of the best teams in the NFC East last year. That double QB injury just ruined them, and after that, I just don't see them coming back. And lastly, Giants. I actually got them better than a lot of people think. 5-11. I'll be generous.
Really?
They can win a division game or two. Hey.
Maybe.
And Saquon Barkley and Eli is all right. We'll see.
All right, for the Eagles, I have a similar prediction. I have them going 12-4. Same reasons, basically. I think they're one of the better teams. I think they'll be NFC Championship capable team. They just won the Super Bowl 2 years ago. Mm-hmm. They should be healthy again this year. They're going to be good. Next, for second, I have the Cowboys going 8-8. And sorry, Cowboys fans, but I kind of think your team sucks. And why is because you won the division last year at 10-6, but really I think the referees gave you 2 games there against the Eagles. And I don't think you're actually that good. And if Zeke doesn't show up, you're going to be worse than 8-8.
Yeah.
And Dak, I think he's a turd. I already said that earlier.
They were good enough to make the playoffs, though, last year.
Even without defense was good enough to make it to the playoffs.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I got the Redskins going 5-11. They got a new QB, Dwayne Haskins, and same with you, man. I thought they were better last year, but it turns out they just got too injured, and I don't know if they could recover from that this year.
Yeah.
And then finally, who I think is going to be the worst team in the entire NFL is the Giants. They don't have any talent at all. They have Saquon Barkley. I mean, I shouldn't say at all. Saquon Barkley is their only talent. Eli Manning's better than you think, but I mean, outside of those two, I can't even name anyone off their team.
What's the record? Victor Cruz. But what's the record?
3-13.
Is that the over or the under?
That is the exact record.
All right, let's roll into the NFC West. Who do you got?
Okay, NFC West. I think the Rams win that division still, but they're going to take somewhat of a step back just because Super Bowl hangovers are a real thing. I know that's not a very good reason, but I do still think they're a very talented team. I don't see there's a reason why any other team in that division takes it over them. And then Seahawks, 9-7. Pete Carroll, fantastic coach. I don't see a reason why they shouldn't be knocking on the door of a playoff spot. I don't know if they will, but
They could.
they had a decent draft. We'll see.
All right.
They turned 4 picks into 9 picks or something like that. I'm making shit up, but around that. The 49ers, 7-9. I kind of want to say they're going to do worse, maybe. And my reason being is Jimmy Garoppolo. I don't know if he could stay healthy, and I don't even know if he's good. I think he's entirely unproven at this point. And then I got the Cardinals going 5-11. The reason why, I don't even know if they have their coaching staff. They had switched coaches twice last year.
Yeah.
They just got a new coach now. They drafted a quarterback with their first pick 2 years in a row.
Yep.
I don't know if they know what they're doing.
We'll see.
We'll see.
That's the same team that was, in a championship a couple years ago, but who knows? We saw mostly similar. My division winner, I actually had the Seahawks at 10-6. I surprised myself there. I really think that's just the Rams will experience a bit of a Super Bowl hangover. That and the Rams hit free agency really hard last year, and they could not pay to retain most of that talent. It was like make or break with them, and they didn't make it. Mm-hmm. They shouldn't have even made it where they did, but that's a story for another day. And I had the Rams at 9-7. I just think, I like I think the Seahawks can do better with, like, say, the AFC games, stuff along that line. Just give them a little bit of age. Maybe I'm being a little bit mean here, but I got the Cards third at 5-11. I gotta kind of give them a little bit of praise. Maybe I rip on them too much. My brother's a Cards fan. I want to believe in him a bit, and God, Larry Fitzgerald is just the best.
I wish he'd win a Super Bowl, man. He deserves it.
I just don't see it with their pieces, and I want to, but I can't.
Larry's my hero, man.
And fourth, Niners. But I also gave them 5-11. I wouldn't give either of them the over or the under there. I think they can split with each other and then fight for scraps among other games in the year. Again, I'm giving that might be mean to the Niners saying 5-11, but I think they'll improve, and they were 4-12 last year. Again, and I don't think Garoppolo's going to be healthy. I think that it's going to be another year where they're like, well, next year we got this, but all right, what do you got next?
NFC North?
Let's do it.
Let's try it. First off, I got the Bears winning the division, 11-5, and I give them the division just because they won it last year. They had a pretty dang good defense there, and I don't know how their offense is going to be, but I do think that defense will still carry them this year. Green Bay I have going 10-6, and really I don't know who's going to win this division. It's going to be between those two teams, but I have to see Green Bay play first.
Right.
Like, they still have really good talent on offense between Rodgers and what's his receiver? Is it Devontae Adams or something?
Devontae Adams. I think they still got Cobb?
I don't know about him, but they gave Aaron Rodgers what he wanted, basically. They gave him everything that he wanted, no excuses. They gave him a defense. He's got an offensive mind coach now. We'll see. Vikings, I got going 8-8. I think they're kind of backpedaling from what they were 2 years ago. They're losing talent, and I don't think they're going in the right direction at all.
Even with Case Keenum?
I don't think Case Keenum's good.
Wait, no, it's Kirk Cousins, isn't it?
It's Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, Kirk Cousins, even with Kirk Cousins. Huh? All them K-names.
Kirk Cousins can't beat a team above 500.
Yeah.
That's a problem if you're going to be a good team, man.
I was going to say that. Now you're...
And the Lions I got going 6-10 just because it's Detroit. And that's kind of a lame reason, but they're Detroit. And for some reason, they're never good.
Any Lions fan watching that probably felt that in their soul. It was poetry.
I'm sorry, but it's true. I do not hate Detroit at all. I root for them every year. I want them to be in the Super Bowl. I want them to play the Browns in a Super Bowl. That would be amazing.
The toilet bowl.
The toilet bowl. But I want it to happen.
One day. So...
2035.
Close-ish on our things again. I actually have the Packers winning the division, and I got them at 11-5.
That's fine.
And it's odd, actually. Packers have really struggled without Rodgers, and he's gotten
terrible without Rodgers.
Yeah, and they've missed the playoffs the last couple of years, but I honestly want to accredit it to the coaching regimen. I think Mike McCarthy, Super Bowl head coach,
yes,
he just had Aaron Rodgers, and he just got complacent, He just had this absolute talent. He didn't need to innovate. He didn't need to go nuts, and he just always had that talent. And so he just needed to always give a 9 on effort, but he only ever gave like a 4 because he felt Rodgers would bring the rest of them up. And I kind of feel, new head coach, that could fix it. Don't know for sure.
Gotta see him play first.
That's my weirdest thing. I just... gut feeling, but who knows? I could be wildly wrong. Second, Bears 10-6. Same reasons you said. That defense is phenomenal. I don't really believe in their offense or Mitch Trubisky, but they did good last year. They were actually, when they blew out a team, they blew them out well. Like, they never scrapped for those games you'd expect them to win. Like, the games you expected them to win, they won by like 3 touchdowns. They were consistent in that regard, and I like that. Third, I got the Vikings, same as you. Cousins can never beat a team above 500. So, early in the year, they'll be fine, when they're all zeros.
What's their schedule?
Yeah, exactly. It'll depend entirely on that. And again, I think they're dropping down. Same thing. And I also have the Lions at 6-10. And it's the Lions, man.
I didn't. Same.
They'll be feisty. They'll be most of their games loss or win within 7 points, but they always do it, dude. It's weird.
We're rooting for you.
That's their thing. And lastly, that leaves us with the South. All right.
Take it off.
Number 1, my overall best team is the Saints, 13-3. I think that's even better than Chiefs or Chargers' other video. Meaning, I think they could go 15-1. I think the Saints are just built top to bottom. I think that they are going to be empowered by what happened last year in the championship. You know, they were the best team in the NFL, except against maybe arguably the Chiefs. And they should have been there. A lot of people think that's going to make them knock off. No, I think that's going to affect the Rams, not the Saints. I think the Saints are going to be elevated because of it. And yeah, I just think they're top to bottom. Like, I could see them going 6-0 in the division, and that's a rough division to play in.
6-0
in their division. They are great against every team they play. Every one of them. It's impressive. I don't know how they do it. Second, Falcons 10-6. Same thing. You know, similar. I think they know how to play that division, and I look at the games they play. I think they can make some magic work. If they can avoid those injuries, I think Matt Ryan will have another underrated year overall. I think they're good. You know, just limit the injuries. Panthers, you never know what you're getting. 8-8. Cam Newton could be lights out MVP, or he could complete less than 50% of his passes. I kind of think that he's going to, you know, not do so hot, and the rest of the team's going to drop as a result. And lastly, I got the Bucks 5-11. They'll be feisty. They always win a few games they shouldn't, but 5-11, that's about all I got there.
Really?
Yeah.
It's about the same reason as the Lions.
Yeah. Poetry in motion, huh?
Alright, I'm going to completely disagree with you on the NFC South because I had the Falcons winning the division.
Ooh.
I thought the Falcons were going to be super good last year, but then they just got completely derailed by injuries, and that bugged me because Matt Ryan played a phenomenal year, man. If he would have won a few playoff games, they would be talking MVP candidate for the entire year. He threw almost 5,000 yards, 35 touchdowns, 7 picks. You know the story. He was great. It's just his team kind of fell apart around him, and I don't think the Saints are going to be as good as they were last year, just because they might be clinging on to that kind of pissiness that they had last year from losing the NFC Championship game. They might be holding a grudge a little bit. I don't think they're missing the playoffs, though. They're going to be 10-6. The NFC South is probably the better divisions of the entire football realm, really. I mean,
the NFL. That's the word you're looking for.
Yes, that one. And yeah, the Saints, they're always good. They got incredible freaking talent with Drew Brees and Alvin Kamara.
Oh yeah, Michael Thomas.
Michael Thomas just got an incredible contract, $100 million, but there's no way they're not back in the playoffs.
Marshawn Lattimore, that's another one. They're bolstered both sides. They're great.
Yeah, they're kind of stout defense. It's just I think the Falcons are going to be better. They got something to prove.
Okay, all right.
And I think the Panthers are going to be 9-7. I think they're going to be this close to the playoffs, if not. I mean, they went 6-2 before they fell apart. Before mashed potato arm freaking Cam Newton came in and just they got good talent.
It's hilarious with Cam. He's either great for a year or bad for a year. And last year he was just like, I'll split the difference.
He was good, but he just got an injury. I think he'll return, and then that team's got some good defense. It's got some good offense.
Right.
I think they could be a surprise team. They're underrated. I honestly think they're underrated. I've seen predictions of them being 6-10, and I don't think they're that bad at all.
I disagree with you, but I kind of just underrated them probably.
I disagree with you with the Bucks because I think they're going to be worse. I think they're going to be 4-12 without a good reason, just because they're the Buccaneers and they're playing in a very good division.
A little less feisty than
I think they're getting swept by the entire division. I think Jameis Winston's going to be looking for a new home here coming this.
We can agree on that. I think he is past his expiration date.
They're going to be drafting a quarterback next year.
All right.
And that concludes the NFC.
Yeah. So, overall, I think we mostly agreed on all our predictions. A few differing ones here and there. But, all in all, I relatively close. Sounds like I take the 2-game buffer seriously, and you just say what you think it is.
I mean, a 2-game buffer is, yeah. I think that's going to be pretty accurate. I mean, I could be completely wrong in a lot of this crap. I mean, for all I know, the Giants could be somehow better than 3-13.
But isn't that the point of all this predictions? I mean, they're pointless. How could anyone know any of this? But it's fun. And football's almost back.
I mean, even experts are totally wrong.
Oh, God, they're wrong all the time.
All the time.
That's why we do this. Maybe we'll be right. Who knows?
If I go right on all of that.
That is...
I don't even know if the camera really saw that.
Probably not.
Alright, we'll see you guys next time. We'll come up with a new video idea. I don't really know what it is yet.
I ain't got jack. We'll figure it out.
We'll probably do predictions week by week. Give you game-by-game predictions. Probably not really for the preseason. We'll just talk about teams and see how they're looking.
Who cares about preseason?
Who cares about preseason?
I'm Ravens fans normally, but yeah. Well, on that note,
yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So, bye.